Hi Virgos, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. This message is for any Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but also if you have Virgo that rules a particular house or planet that you need clarity on, then this message is also for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If this does end up resonating, please do hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, and thank you to all my subscribers. Now, the message that came through while I was clearing your cards, give yourself a pat on the back, Virgos. There's something here of a completion, recognition, new chapter unfolding where you really need to recognize how strong you are, and the discipline that you have has led you to where you are now. And now it's time to enjoy life. Now it's time to embrace that Pisces, explorer, dreamer energy, your polar natal sign. It's time to embrace that and get out into the world. All right, there is just something here where it's like you are ready. All right, embrace it. And some resistance to embracing that. Interesting. But you really have to recognize this new identity, okay? If there's anything holding you back from that, recognize it, okay? It's great. This is a great new chapter. Get excited. Emotional renewal, all right? Keeping your vibration high keeps your finances high. Like there's this recognition of your finances and the energy you give them, all right? The giving and receiving of that is very powerful at this time. Yeah, something major. This could be too, like Scorpio season, Capricorn direct. I'm sorry, Pluto direct in Capricorn. All of that energy, the full moon in Aries, all of the baggage we're dropping, all right? And it could be related to what it is that emotionally, like you're really focused on what, like the earthly, what motivates you earthly, your health, your finances, you know what I mean? And now it's time, like, what is it that emotionally fulfills you, okay? Because that is something where it's coming in of like, what does that even mean? Like maybe you used to get emotional fulfillment out of all of this energy, and now it's like that same satisfaction just isn't there anymore. All right. And so now it's time to ask yourself, like, what is it that makes me feel energized and alive, and go with it, keep going with it, because yeah, that fresh start's coming, and it's about prioritizing your emotions, prioritizing your emotional satisfaction, really. Okay. Because all these cups are opening up to you, and this is Venus and Scorpio. Okay. So maybe you're going to have, because you're aligning your energy, if you're single, like all of a sudden you align into that energy of this new emotional satisfaction, and then all these people like come to like want to be hanging out with you or all of these opportunities in career that are emotionally satisfying, right? It's like you have the job that's very financially stable, but like emotionally it's not giving you what it used to, and it's okay to want something new. So let's see what we got going on for you. I think too, like another recognition to have, yeah, Pluto is definitely coming in. Another recognition to have with like Scorpio season is we're all shedding, right? And then by Sagittarius, with all of that, it's like the fact that you have been so disciplined and you've built your resilience, you're a step above is really what I'm getting. For a lot of people, you're energetically a step above so many people, because you took the time and discipline to build your strength throughout this time, right? Where it's like you are able to see this, but there's still things that hold us back, right? There's still things that can hold us back from taking a leap when our shadow takes control. And I do think that you have too many, so you have this inner guidance that's telling you, but perhaps that inner guidance is actually trying to prevent you and keep you somewhere safe, if you will, okay? So let's clarify these and see. All right, why is the Page of Wands here? Why is the Page of Wands here for Virgos? Why is the Page of Wands here? Or I'm sorry, Six of Coins. All right, why is that? All right, one more clarifier. Got a lot of luck. Yeah, look at that. Okay, this is so cool. All right, so overall energy, Page of Wands. All right, this is exploring things that fuel your inner flame. This is that creativity, that passion inside of you, the spark, if you will, like the spark of life. is clarified by the Seven of Wands. So there's something here related to how you assert yourself, and it's attached to your ego. So I'm going back to this idea of like, perhaps you've always been so focused on the earthly, your health and your finances, and it's something very strongly attached to your ego. But like, there's this idea of this is a card of attaching or asserting yourself with integrity and passion. But with this deck, it's more like the ego saying, you know what I mean? And like focusing on all the other wands instead of this one wand, which is your inner child. Like, I just wanna like enjoy life, right? Like, there's just something here that's bringing you down, and it's actually suppressing the Page of Wands. Now, what you need more of and what the universe is gifting you, the Six of Coins clarified by the Four of Swords. So this, to me, Four of Swords is Jupiter and Libra. So expansion through utilizing both sides of the coin, if you will. So for you, your Virgo-ness and your polar natal Pisces energy. And Pisces can sit in a room for hours and like not do anything, right? And so this is that idea of like, there's a shift coming in, especially when you think about these monetary things, the give and the take, whether, you know, like if, let's say if you're here for money, generally Virgos, though, you're good on the money side. So usually you're at the top here, but it is this understanding of like taking time out and really asking yourself, like, what is important? What is valuable to me? But this is a major gift that comes in. And what you need less of, though, is the High Priestess. So this is so interesting because the High Priestess is your intuition, and it's, you know, that your higher self, if you will. But there's something here where it's like it's getting clouded, and it's clarified by the Ten of Cups. So you have everything at your fingertips, but we need to look into something a little bit deeper. All right, Aries full moon coming up at the time I'm recording this. That's really about like that power, like again, like leaving behind things that no longer serve us. And perhaps it's this idea of, I'm getting you really need to, see below the surface. King of Cups too. It could be with a King of Cups energy. It's almost like my decisions made on how I view this because like I know myself. So, you know, like know thyself, nothing in excess. And it's like, oh, I know myself. And it's like, well, when you say that, that's actually when things get illuminated to you. Perhaps it's somebody too who like isn't really balanced, you know, like the earthly and the emotionally, like, and you feel like, yeah, I got it all together. Look at that wand again. What this reading is telling me, Virgos, is we don't know okay, this is a very earthly thing because earth signs get this a lot, right? Like, you know, your perception, right? And honestly, like everybody gets this, but like for you, when it comes like to the 3D energy, there's this, I know because I know, and you know from your perspective, but that's just your perspective is really what this is telling me. And here's the deal, like you're so good at like, again, the structure, the boundaries, going back to that, you know, the strength that you have, because that energy is within you. Like, you have to recognize, like, you're kind of gifted that, right, with the energy you're born into. Whereas a water sign, like, look at this guy, is the master of all of this chaos in the water. And so we all navigate in different ways. We all have our strength in different ways. But this is really telling me it's connected to something with the home and the family. So let's say too, like, this is, you know, you and your family, like there's dynamics where like, you know, your strengths, and you see the weaknesses in others because they're your strengths, but you don't see the strengths in others, where you see the weaknesses. Like, that's really a strong indication here. But there's something that's coming in energetically, energetically, that's really going to allow you to really ask yourself, like, do I assert myself because of ego energy, or do I assert myself because of something emotionally? Like, maybe you have to actually let more of that water in, all right? Maybe you need to allow that, your toes to get a little bit more wet, if you will. Interesting, because it's going to lead you to the sun. And this is basically, I mean, emotionally the sun. most fulfilling. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Empowering question. Is there something I should let go of in order to be able to move forward? Is there something I should let go of? Look at how this is so related to this high priestess. All right. Look at all that purple. It is. It's in purple is your, you know, your higher consciousness. Sometimes too, actually, that's another interesting point, is when we get to that level of like higher consciousness where we're the observer, it's very easy to separate ourselves from other people's journeys, if you will. All right. So there's more to investigate. And that investigation is going to be something that really shifts you. Okay, and in a very positive way, Virgo. So thank you so much for joining me again. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to hear this message. And as always, shine your inner light. You've got this.